So as I told you that hard disk are having track and sectors, and there is a read write head which is help you in writing and reading the data from that particular hard disk drive, and there are various way to read and write data. Let me explain you the way. First come first served, shortest job first, shortest seek time first. You can see here these are the various ways. um, Scan, C scan, look and C look. So these is the arm which is read write head which is moving back and forth to read and write data from the hard disk. The first example is a first come first serve. You can see this queue, a line where person can enter first, that person has to leave first. If I'll give you example of ticket window of buying ticket of a movie, so in that case if I'll enter first, then I'll get the ticket first and I have to leave the window first. So this is just like a queue. The person who enters first has to leave the window first. Now we will see the example. So we have given request queue 0 to 199. These are the blocks and head pointers are given to us. Okay, so what you have to do first in counting this example, first you have to draw one horizontal line like this from 0 to 199. And whatever head positions are given to you, that you have to put from smaller to larger in proper order. So first I'll keep 14 here, then 37. Head movement start with the 53, then 65, then 67, then 98, then 122, then 124, then 183, right? So you have to be very careful while typing this number. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 8 9 and 10. Now it is going to start from 53. Now as per the algorithm of first come first serve, the number which comes first, our head will move to that position first. So 98 comes first, so this is the 98. So our head is at right now at 53, that is going to move at the position of 98, right? Now second is 183. 183 is here, so our head will move to the 183. Now the third one is 37. 37 is here, so it will come to 37 from the 183. Okay, now 122. Now it will come to the 122 from the 37. Then 14. So it will come to 122 to 14. Then 124. Then from 14, it will come to 124. Then 65 and 67. Here is the 65. Now it will come to 65. Arrow is in this direction. And the last one is 67. Now it will come to the 67. So in this way, our head will move in first come first serve fashion. You can see here already drawing is proper in this example. So from 53 it will first go to 98. So from first 53 it will go to 98. Then it will move to the second position 183. Then it will move to the 37. Then 122. You can see here. Then 14. Head will move to the 14. Then 124. You can see here. Now it will come from 14 to 124. Then 65 and 67. Now this arm will move to the 65 and this will move to the 67. So in this way it is going to move. Now how to calculate the total head movement of the given cylinders? You have to subtract the larger number from the smaller number after each arrow. After each arrow you need to subtract, right? So first is this arrow. It means you have to subtract 98 minus 53. So you can see here 98 minus 53 plus where is the next arrow? Next arrow is here 183. So larger number minus smaller number 183 minus 98. So you can see here 183 minus 98. Then third arrow you need to found. So this is the third arrow where you have to subtract 183 minus 37. This is the 183 minus 37. Maybe I have taken answer of some other example. It is here only. I'll show you here. See here. So 98 minus 53, 183 minus 98, then 183 minus 37, then next is 122 minus 37, then here from 122 it will come to 14, 122 minus 14, then 124 minus 65, then 67 minus 65. So total head movement you got is 640. Next is shortest 6 time first scheduling. Okay, so in shortest seek time first scheduling, you have to start from the 53 and it will go to the distance which is very near to 53. There are two numbers 37 and the other number that is the 65, which are closer to the you can say 53, right? So if you will subtract 53 minus 37 and 65 minus 53, so 65 will be nearer than the 53. So our arm will move to the in the direction of number which is closer or which is having shortest seek time. Then from 65, 67 is the closer number, because if I'll subtract 67 minus 65, I'll get 2, and 65 minus 37, then I'll get some big number. So 65 to 67. Now from 67 again I'm having two choices, 98 and 37. So what I have done, 98 minus 67 and 98 minus 67 minus 37. So 67 minus 37 is 30 and 98 minus 67 is 33. So I can say that 37 is nearer to 67 than 98. Then my arm will move to that particular 37. From 37 again I'm having two choices. Either I can go to the 14 or I can go to the 98. So what I'll do, 37 minus 14 and 37 minus 98 minus 37. So here you got 61, here you got 23. So I can say the shortest seek time is having with 14. So it will move to the 14. Now from 14, I'm having other choices, 98, 122, 120, but I can see that 98 is near. So it will move to 98. then it will move to 124, then it will move to 183. So how shortest seek time is better than the first come first serve, because in first come first serve you can see here it has a large jump from 183 to 37, which was time consuming. So such kind of large jump it is going to avoid. So you can calculate the total head movement, as I told you, after every arrow. You don't have to remember anything. Just remember that wherever the arrow is finishing, I have to calculate a subtraction of two numbers from starting of arrow and the ending of arrow. Here the arrow is ending at 65. So 65 minus 53 plus 67 minus 65. 65 minus 53 plus 67 minus 65 plus 67 minus 37 plus 37 minus 14. Now arrow is ending here. So 98 minus 14 plus 122 minus 98 plus 124 minus 122 plus 183 minus 124. So 183 minus 124. So you got the total 236 cylinders here. So this is the shortest seek time first. This is the calculation of shortest seek time first. The next is scan algorithm. Scan algorithm is nothing but just like your lift, elevator. For example, there is a building which is having various floors. This is the 6th floor. This is the 5th floor, 1st floor, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and ground floor, right? Now my lift is at 5th floor. Somebody has pressed ground floor. Then via this 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 2nd in one, it will reach to the ground floor. And somebody has pressed 6th floor. Even though my lift was at 5th floor, it has to come in downward direction up to ground floor, and from the downward direction of ground floor it will reach to the 6th floor, right? Even though it was near to 5th, but first it came to the ground floor because somebody has pressed ground floor and somebody has pressed 6th floor, right? So in elevator algorithm, it reaches to the one end first. Same way here also it is going to reach to the one end first. So you can see here it is going to start from the head movement 53. Now it will either start from the smaller number of the 53 or it will start from the larger number. If you will start from the larger number, then you have to reach up to 199. But here I have started with the smaller number, so I have to reach up to 0. So from 53, the smaller numbers are in this direction. I can say in left side direction. First 37, then 14. Then you can see here it will reach up to 0 in one direction like a lift, ground floor. Then it will come to the next direction and solve the other requests 65, 67, 98, 122, 124, and 183. There is no need to go to the other end of the direction of, I can say 199. It's okay. You can go for the one direction only. And then you have to find out the total head movements, right? So the same way, you don't have to do anything. Whenever the arrow will stop, you have to count 53 minus 37, 37 minus 14, 14 minus 0, 65 minus 0, 67 minus 65, 98 minus 67, 122 minus 98, 124 minus 122 plus 183 minus 124, and you will get the result. Now the next algorithm is C-scan algorithm. It provides the more uniform waiting time than the scan, because what happened, it will reach up to 0 and then it will comes to the next direction. So the number which is larger, like example 183, it has to wait too much. I have explained you that I have to go to the sixth floor, then first it will come to the ground floor, then it will go to the sixth floor. Then the waiting time is much. So in that case, you are having circular scan algorithm. So the head moves from the one end of the disk and serving the request in between. You can So head moves from one end of the disk to the other hand, serving the request as it goes. When it reaches to the other end, however, it immediately returns to the beginning of the disk without serving any request on a return trip. It treats a cylinder as a circular list and wrap around from the last cylinder to first one. So it will work as a circular fashion. After reaching to the one end, it will directly come to the second end without servicing request from the in between. So from 53, it has started at the bigger side, a larger side, 65, 67, 98, 122, 124, 183, and it will reach up to the 199 at one end in circular fashion. After reaching to the one end, it will directly jump to the zero, beginning. It will not serve any request in between. After reaching zero, it will serve the request, comes in between nearer to 0, 14, and then it will serve 37. The same way you need to calculate 65 minus 53. After every arrow, larger number is going to subtract from the smaller number. 67 minus 65, 98 plus 98 minus 67, plus 122 minus 98, plus 124 minus 122, plus 183 minus 124, plus 199 minus 183, plus 183, 199 minus 0, plus 14 minus 0, plus 37 minus 14, and you will get the total head movement. Now the next algorithm is look algorithm. It is the improved version of the scan algorithm. Head start from the first request at one end, and it moves toward the last request of the other end, servicing the request in between. After reaching the last request of the one end, the head reverts its direction, then returns to the first request at the starting and serving all the requests in between. The same process is going to repeat. The difference is in scan algorithm, it scan all the cylinder of the disk starting from one end to the other end, even if there is no request at the end. The look algorithm scans all the cylinders of the disk starting from the first request of one end to last request of the other end. So you can see here how look algorithm will work. So head will start from the one end 53, then serve all the requests 67, 65, 98, 122, 124, 183. Then it will in return trip it is going to serve in between requests, like if there is a 41, if there is a 14, so in between requests it is going to serve. The calculation will be but what we were doing in scan algorithm, after reaching to the 0 or one end, it will do the return trip. But in this, it is going to serve all the requests in between. You can see here in scan algorithm, after reaching to the 0 at one end, it will start serving the request. Here in return trip, it will serve the in between request. And then you have to count the total head movement for this example. C-look algorithm, it is similar like a C-scan algorithm. Arms only goes as far as the last request in each direction, then reverse direction immediately without first going all the way to the end of the disk. In C-look algorithm, you can start from the '53 to '65, '67, '98, 122, 124, 183. In one direction it will serve, then it will go to the other direction and serve 14 and 37. And then you have to calculate the total head movement. So selecting a disk scheduling algorithm, shortest seek time first is common and natural appeal. CScan and the scan perform better for the system that places a heavy load on disk. Performance depend on the number and type of request. Request for the disk service can be influenced by the file allocation method. The disk scheduling algorithm should be written as a separate module of the operating system, allowing it to be replaced with a different algorithm, even though a shortest seek time first or look is reasonable choice for the default algorithm. So the better are the shortest seek time first and look. Rest depend on the data given to you. In exam, you will get the definition, means description of the problem, and they have asked you method also. Using that method, you need to count the example.